A guy I knew in high school drove drunk one night and hit a car with 3 girls in it and killed all 3. His sister was driving the other car with her 2 friends in it. Not only did he go to prison for involuntary manslaughter, but he had to go with the guilt of killing his sister. Guy cheated on his wife with his sister-in-law. He was an employee at a company owned by the wife's family. So he lost a wife, house, and a job all for a little bit of action. There was one young woman. Initially she was pulled over for speeding, which isn't all that bad, just a traffic citation. Then the officers noticed she was drunk, still not terrible as it was misdemeanor DUI, but you still end up spending the night in the tank. As she's being arrested she resists, and during the struggle she kicks one deputy in the face, which ended up blinding him in one eye because she happened to be wearing high heels. She went from a simple speeding ticket to a DUI to felony assault in the space of about 30 minutes. Huffing paint. My college buddy was an affable stoner type who liked psychedelics, weed, and drinking. He was broke, so he got into huffing paint over the summer. He passed out with a plastic bag full of spray paint over his face and ended up depriving his brain of oxygen and is now mentally disabled due to brain damage. Like, drooling, slurring, can't tie his own shoes or perform basic life tasks, level disabled. Guy from my school went to rob a corner shop at knife point. He pulled up with his push bike, went into the store and threatened the shopkeeper with a knife to give him all the money in the register. The shopkeeper refused and the robber was too pussy to do anything, so he grabbed a pack of gum and ran out. 20 minutes later the robber realized he left his bike behind in his panic, so he went back to get it. This was at the same time the police were questioning the shopkeeper on the incident. They swiftly arrested him there and then. Think he got 2 years, for stealing gum at knife point. Once, when I was at a casino, I once saw a man betting about 10,000 all on one roulette spin. He chose red, and lost. He looked defeated. Later that night, a guy at our table told us that he heard the guy on the phone crying in the parking lot trying to explain to his wife that he lost their money. She was screaming and said she wanted a divorce. One of my high school classmates, a kicker on the football team, was at a party at a friend's house on the very last day of school in his senior year. The house was on a lake, and he decided to run off the end of the pier and jump headfirst into the lake. The water was a foot deep. He never walked again. Dropped out of a very good college with a full scholarship, that his family could never have afforded otherwise, after 3 years due to World of Warcraft addiction. No, this wasn't me. I managed my addiction responsibly. Guy I went to school with about 10 years ago, set his house on fire for insurance money with the intention of getting out his stepfather, but ended up mercy killing his own mother who had terminal cancer. It was idiotic at best and evil at worst. The problem was his stepdad never got out and he died too. And the cops could tell it was him because he had gasoline burns on his hands. So since he was 16 when he did, he got double involuntary manslaughter and won't be released until he's 35. Kid in Chicagoland, about 20 years old, jumped in front of a train last weekend because he looked at his investment app and it said he was $730,000 in debt. The app updated the next day and said he was back to even.